Namaste. Welcome to Swayam online program titled Yoga for Creativity. In this module titled Pioneers of Creativity, we have the most distinguished scientist of India, Dr. Prahlada Rama. I am most privileged and honored to introduce Dr. Prahlada Rama, who is a renowned aeronautical scientist of India, who also happens to be our Pro-Chancellor and the Director of Center for Energy Research of our S. Vyasa Yoga deemed to be University. Dr. Prahlada Rama was a distinguished scientist who was with the DRDO laboratory attached to the Ministry of Defence, Government of India, and during 1997-2005 he guided 500 scientists and 1,500 staff for the development of various DRDO equipments, and also gave high levels of motivation, performance, achievement and recognition internationally for the DRDO as well as for India. Dr. Prahlada Rama provided scientific, technological and managerial leadership for about 1,000 scientists and engineers working at various departments centered for more than 20 years in this country. He was also the chairman and the chief controller of the Integrated Guided Missile Development Program and was the chairman of the program board, who worked with our President of India called Dr. Abdul J. Kalam, called as the Missile Man of India, and assisted with him and worked with him developing the state-of-the-art Prithvi, Agni, Akash and Nag missiles. He was also the Vice Chancellor of the DRDO University. He was as the Chief Controller of the Research and Development at DRDO, and as a distinguished scientist, he collaborated with a number of international agencies and countries for cooperation for more than 20 countries, including UK, USA and Russia, in extramural research related to intellectual property rights, aeronautical engineering, missile technology, submarine advanced system missiles and so on. DRDO rose to witted. He interacted with 20 major countries, leading to joint ventures, cooperation of the R&D, technology, development and system materialization. Apart from that, he also interacted and the various IITs in India, various organizations related to research and development, Institute of Science, Bangalore, all universities and other science and technology institutions had brainstorming session with Dr. Prahlada Rama with similar bodies for developing advanced systems with respect to defense and so on. For this activity spanning over more than 5 decades, he was honored with a number of national and international awards. To name only a few among them, he is the recipient of the Padma Shri Award in 2015, which is the 4th highest civilian award bestowed on by Government of India. He was also the DRDO Scientist of the Year and the most distinguished alumnus award of the Indian Institute of Science and the DRDO Award for path-breaking research and outstanding technology development in 2008. He is also the recipient of Lifetime Achievement Award in 2010 by Hyderabad Management Association. He was awarded the honorary doctorate from Sri Venkateswara University in 2006 and by Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University Anantapur in 2012. So, we are most honored to have such a distinguished scientist, so amenable, so humble, having done Himalayan research and to the level of Himalayan heights, and he is with us today to speak about the importance of science, the technology, the creativity, how the creativity has helped science and scientists and technologists in India and the world over in coming out with remarkable contributions and outstanding contributions at the global level. Dr. Prahlada Rama ji, we would like to know in a very simple way the difference between science and technology.
There are many examples in both in civilian and military applications where science and technology has played a major role in not only finding solutions but also new products. I want to take only two examples which will have both civilian and military application, which are basically started with fundamental science. One is laser, another is microwave or radio frequency energy. When the first time the laser was invented by physics people, they never thought this will have any application. That is one's curiosity how a laser, that is light amplification using stimulated electromagnetic energy, laser, is of interest. It gives a focused beam of light with high intensity. So they thought that this will be something to play with it. But today, the same science has been upgraded to technology products. First, you can see in military there is a laser gun. Laser works as a gun. Come to medical field, laser is used for surgery, eye surgery. And in communication, laser is used for sending high speed data. For example, you have high data bandwidth where laser uses fiber optic. Similarly, you want communication, satellite to ground communication. Again, what is used is microwave. So, you see laser and microwave play such an important role in everyday life. See, you take microwave. All of us use microwave oven. When the first microwave was found out, nobody thought I can cook using it. But today, everybody's house has a microwave oven. Similarly, you have a satellite phone, you have a small smartphone. That smartphone is getting data from satellite because microwave. Again, you can't get otherwise. You want to do anything today, microwave is essential. Communication, then instrumentation, military purposes. Microwave, for example, is being used for, you want to destroy enemy target, you can send a high microwave beam to explode the target. So I can say the simple fundamental science which got developed in laser, in microwave, is in everyday house, every war, every communication, every high-tech product. This is one of the examples. Like that, I can go on giving examples. Every field, materials you can take, machining you can take, then ammunition you can take. Things are there. So I thought two examples for your spectators and audience is a good thing to start with.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Prahlada Ramrao-ji. I would like to know whether creativity has helped scientists and technologists in their inventions and discoveries.
See, anything you have a science, then comes a technology. How a technology can become a product is real creativity. One example I'll tell you how creativity works in a fantastic way. You have seen a camera. We all have used camera in our life. When the earlier camera used to be this big, lenses, very complex. Today you take a smartphone, there's a camera. And the camera in this smartphone is much more capable than the first camera made earlier. How? Creativity. Person found that you can make a more powerful camera in a small mobile by using creative ideas. How can you make a lens? How do you zoom in, zoom out? He found solution for every activity, made a miniature camera, highly capable camera in a small mobile, purely out of creativity. It's not one man creativity. Several hundreds of people have given creative ideas in every step, every stage. It becomes a wonderful solution. Same thing you can say anywhere you take, any example you take. Laser, I told you, for use for eye surgery, people are using laser for every product. They want to repair any human organ, you can go with a laser beam and cure it. and you want to make a composite material, you can cook it with laser beam. So it is all creativity, it is not from science. You think something, how you can make creative, you can do it. So all people have to do is some smart person who knows the basics of science and common application, how you want, what is problem, how do you find a solution. He will give a creative solution. You get a creative product. So science, technology, creativity bring you a series of products. Whatever you see in the market, both civilian and defense applications are all the products of these three: science, technology, creativity.
Prahlada, your discussion, very vibrant discussion and very illuminating, prompts me to ask one more question. Does this creativity result of intuition or hard work and learning?
See, this is a question people are asking. So many people have found out so many solutions, basically creativity, and it is by a mind which is having the knowledge of the science and technology and what is the challenging problem you are having. Okay, one example I'll tell you. People used to do agriculture, you take. People used to go for putting the seeds in the field, physically going and seeding. But somebody thought, why person has to go, you take a unmanned balloon, drone, and go on putting seeds. It's a creative idea. Then somebody said, how can you do it? But he found a solution. Solution is, drone will carry seeds, it will have a mechanism, as the drone is flying, the seeds being dropped one by one. It's a creative idea. So what is required is an application of your mind for a challenging problem. How do you meet the problem with a solution? By using your knowledge, your intuition, plus your creativity, your technical background, all will be. That is why a new product will be an amalgamation of several characteristics of human capability to give you a solution. And this is how it is. It is not one, it is not science only, it is not experience only, it is not wisdom only. It is multiple things put together to find one unique solution.
Dr. Prahlada Ramrauji, our India consists of 138 crore population, of which estimated 69 crore are in the age group of 18 to 35, means the youth. They are all studying in various parts of India, in IISc, in IITs, very premier research institutions in the country, and they are budding research scholars and scientists. What message would you like to give it for our younger generation of this country?
See, tomorrow India is going to change in such a drastic way that I will say it will become possible only because of the youth population. Today's young people are highly dynamic, they are very adventurous, they want to find new things. Third is they are completely IT savvy, they know IT very nicely, and they are networked with the whole world, not only within. The young boys and girls, they know what's happening in any part of the world, and they are highly ambitious. We were not that ambitious when we were of that age. At that time we wanted to study and get a job, that's all. Today children want to be ambitious. Every young boy or a girl wants to do something original, something unique, like a startup company or a new solution. So they are restless. So these characteristics of a small young boy or a girl will drive them to find solution. In fact, people in the world are expecting that India will generate more ideas, more products, more solutions than many countries, because our average population of the youth is going to be our biggest attraction, your biggest strength, and we have to just capture them young, encourage them, see that they flourish. And I am personally 100% sure that it is a young population which will change India to a global power, intellectual power, military power, economic power, all will take place.
Professor Prahlada Ramrauji, you had the greatest honor of working with Dr. Abdul Kalam, hailed as the missile man of India for more than 30 years. Would you like to share your experiences with him.
See, if you want to be talked about Kalam, you have to give me one full day, but it's not possible. See, we all were there. I was just 36 years when I met him, and I was there till he passed away, and I interacted with him extremely closely. So I know him as a person, as a leader, as a guru, as a brother, as a scientist, as an engineer, and he was also a great human. So I learned many things. First, he was convinced that our Indian boys and girls will deliver solutions. So he got the approval by the government of India that I want to recruit young boys and girls from colleges. Give me freedom. And then at that time, minister was saying, how can you recruit, pick the boys and girls? Not possible. You have to advertise the newspaper, and there is a procedure you have to follow. He said, no sir, I don't agree with all that. You give me freedom. I will go and pick the boys and girls. So with a lot of reluctance, government approved he can take 200 engineers from wherever he wants. So he listed 10 universities and institutions. Some are academic famous like IAC, some are IIT, some are NIT, some are simple colleges from 2-tier, 2nd-tier, 3rd-tier cities. He went around, he went with a team, he asked the people to come, interviewed them, and in the evening he can give appointment letter. See, this is the freedom he got. So he will go interview, he hired 200 engineers from going to something like 50 institutions and in many parts of the country, and they became the founding engineers for the missile program in Hyderabad. So they all were recruited, oriented, sent all over the country, Pune, Hyderabad, Bangalore, then Chennai, Delhi, Nagra. He sent them everybody, and all of them grew up over the next 25 years. They all became great engineers, directors, chief controllers, director generals. They occupied big positions, and his vision was take young people, give them encouragement, give them support, they will come or do whatever you want. So that became a reality. So that is one I cannot forget. He fought with the government and got approval. That is his capability as a leader. One more I'll tell you, simple, human, is a human quality. He had one engineer working with him. His name is Dr. Hardwar Singh. Unfortunately, he is a director of a lab. He's a good engineer. He was diagnosed with a problem of liver. So they said his liver is gone. So he has to go for a liver transplant. From where he will get? So they advertised, they waited for a few months. No liver was available anywhere in the world, in the country at least. Then he was getting worse and worse. Then he came across there is a liver available in London. Somebody had met with an accident, liver was extracted, kept for safety, and he knew the person. He said that fellow is ready to give that liver transplantation. So he said, I have to get him. So he wanted to go. He went to the minister at that time and told, sir, one of my very, very capable engineers is stuck. He needs a liver transplantation. So I have to send him to UK, London, to get a liver transplant. That minister said, what are you telling, Kalam? How can you send a person to London at government expenditure? He wants to go, he can go. There is no procedure, there is no government rule, there is no mechanism for sending a scientist to London at government expenditure for treatment. You can go to any hospital in He said, sir, his life and death, you have to. He said, no, it's not possible. So he said, sir, you have to help me. He made a big letter and given to the minister. Minister saw the letter. He knew nobody will approve. That's impossible. So he said, I don't know what to do. He said, let me think. So he sent him. It was something like 2 o'clock or so in the afternoon. Then the minister forgot about it because he was busy with so many activities. And then at the end of about 6:30, 7 o'clock, he finished. He wanted to go home. He closed the door, he wanted to come out, and he saw Kalam sitting outside. 7 o'clock. Hey, what are you doing here? No, sir, I given you the letter. So you have to approve. Huh? How can I told you I can't approve? I don't know. I am here. Till you approve, I will be here. He was surprised. He said, he's a mad person. How he can wait here? But he didn't know. He's not leaving the chair. He's sitting there. He didn't know. He went back to his room, rang up his financial advisor. There is one Kalam who is here, sitting here. He says, unless he approve, he doesn't want to go home. He's doing dharna. So he says his scientist is almost critical. If he doesn't get liver transport in London, he will not live more than maybe a few weeks. So he wants approval, government approval. So somehow you see under what pretext you can get his approval. Then that financial advisor said, minister is asking, he wants it. Kalam is a deserving person. So he said, I have to find a solution. He said, don't worry, sir. I will find a solution to find a solution. You don't worry, you say approved. I will do the rest. So he wrote approved. He came, Kalam, here is a letter. He handed over the letter, and the financial advisor somehow found some mechanism by which he can send one engineer to London for treatment. The flow went there, got the liver transport. He lived afterwards, 20 years he lived.
Amazing.
See, this is humane. Yeah. How he wanted to fight for a good scientist is a classic example as a leader, as a human being, and commitment. He's committed to he says he is required for by work, defense project, but he is a key person. So two examples, one is technological, one is human. Two examples I thought I will share with you, and also whoever knows Kalam, he knows his great characteristics.
Thank you, Dr. Prahlada Ramraoji. In this interactive session, as a most distinguished scientist, you have elaborated upon the concept of science, technology, creativity, how all these three helps an individual, a society and nation at large for bringing happiness and joy to the mankind. And also you have shared with your vast experience with Professor Abdul Kalam ji as to how he was a very hardcore scientist. At the same time, he was very, very humane in his approach, and we are most honored and privileged to have such a distinguished scientist sharing your views and thoughts and vast experience, and also guiding the youth of this country for a better tomorrow. Namaskar, Dhanyavad.
Thank you. Namaste.